There we are. Good to see you. We're back. So it's hanging out time now. We've got very little to do for a significant amount of time. So it's just hanging about. And I've forgotten how noisy we are as a band when you've got all of us together. It's like a cacophony of noise. We're trying to arrange having a birthday barbecue over the summer because we've got various band birthdays and trying to get everyone to agree on a date. It's like trying to herd frogs. It's just crazy. Nuts. Westfall. We're back. So we just spent the best part of an hour having dinner and trying to sort out a date for a barbecue. I'm still not convinced we've actually found one, but there we are. But anyway, we soldier on. We've got I think about an hour and a half till we're on. So it's all good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. A little bit tired, I think, because it was a late one last night. It was driving back from Bilston near Wolverhampton in the Midlands, and I didn't get in till about 2:30. Had a good night's sleep, but it's been very warm today. Been out in the sun, walking the dogs, and it kind of saps you a bit. So it's all good. It's all good. This is the bit that kills you. It's the hanging around, the hurry up and wait thing. I like turn up the gigs, do it and go. The hanging about thing is, well, over the years you learn to bring stuff to keep you busy. Hello, John Stromboli, good to see you. Dawson, good to see you too. So for years I used to bring review work for the magazines. So I used to have my notes from having done the reviews and then I'd write them up. So I'd take my laptop to gigs and I'd write the reviews in downtime between setting up and doing the gigs. But obviously there isn't a magazine anymore. So maybe I'm thinking I should start bringing the laptop to gigs like this where we turn up, we sound check, and then it's like hang around for 4 or 5 hours. Might start bringing the laptop and start editing videos and doing stuff for the channel in the downtime. So yeah, Tanmoy San Pui, hello from India, good to see you. So tomorrow I've actually got something I can't really talk about here on the channel, but it's very bass related, and it's a job that's needed doing for about 2 years, and finally we've got a couple of days of good weather, and what I need to do requires getting what I need to do out in the patio in good weather. So we'll see. There might be more to tell you about on Tuesday's live chat when we do our regular live chat. You're sending hate from India, are you? Really? Keyboard warriors, gotta love them. Gotta love them. So so regular live chat will be on Tuesday night from 8 o'clock here on Brooksy's Space Corner. All the regulars, look forward to seeing you. It'll be a blast. So tomorrow I've got this thing that I've got to do, and then it's video editing all day tomorrow. Lots to do. Gig vlogs to do, video demos, video reviews, pedal demos. Got a couple of old interviews to edit up. It all takes time. It all takes time. None of the stuff you can do, none of it's quick. It all takes a fair bit of graft. I am not Escanor. Cheers from Indonesia. I'm 16 years old. Good. If you're a bass player, you got any questions, let me know. If I can help, willing to do so. That's what these live chats are about. So this is an impromptu live chat about a gig. And we're in sort of chill down mode now until about 9 o'clock. We're on at 9:30. So it is what it is. Where am I from? London. And we're here in London. Well, London. We're outskirts of London. We're at someone. I think it's two people holding their 60th birthdays, and we're the entertainment for the night. So, doing all the hits of disco, if you please. Troll bogies. Excellent. I'm going to go to the pub and have a bit of all right. Good for you, sir. Any kids? What, the do? Or you mean me? I don't know. Have I ever tried spud potato? Wow. Devil's Skullred 420 said hi. Good to see you. So yes, Brooksy's Bass Corner. Let's think what we've got coming up. So there's a whole bunch of videos, demos and reviews. There's a backlog of bass stuff and pedal stuff. So got to get that stuff up and out. But the gig vlogs have kind of taken precedence for a couple of months. So I've taken now a couple of weeks not doing gig vlogs and not filming them either. Try and clear the decks of what we've already got, but I will be filming next weekend's festival shows. So I'm doing one with an put your teeth back in. I'm going to do an Oasis tribute on Friday up in Letchworth, north of London, something called the Tri-Fest, and I think we're headlining. I think, could be wrong. And then Saturday we've got Uncle Funk playing at Saltasia Festival over in Essex, so we're on that early. And then we finish that show, I think about 2:30. We've got a couple of hours. We've got to head over to Cambridgeshire for a wedding, so should be good. RJJ, can you beat up Mike? Oh dear, oh dear. What's your all-time favourite song? Haven't got one. All-time favourite band? Queen. Queen's my all-time favourite band. I was playing with a Queen tribute just last night up in Bilston. What's your favourite band? Mia Evers. What's your favourite song as well? Yeah. You want to see the view from the window? Well, it's kind of, we've got a river running alongside. We're on an island. There you go. It's very nice, very posh where we are. It's all good. Mia Evers, there will be no band like Queen. It's also Queen for me, but there we go. Very good. Where are you based, Mia Evers? Are you in the UK or are you somewhere else on the planet? Am I rich? No, I wish. That's what I'm doing YouTube for, of course. No, not rich. Working to be, but no, not rich. Not yet. This isn't where I live. No, we're working tonight. My disco band is working. We're here at an event for a joint 60th birthday party. We're playing in the room just there, which is where I did a little live chat from earlier. That backward looks like you're rich. Very good. Richard, good to see you. Yes, Richard's rich. My dream is working overseas, especially to England. Very good. Westfort, but you got a beautiful bass collection. Well, I try, don't I? It's all right. It's all right. Richard, good to see you, Mike. Hope you have a good gig this evening. Thank you. Looking forward to it. It's going to be late, though. Past couple of weeks, all my gigs have been finished by 10:30, but tonight's a midnight one. Back on the old time that we used to do. Bass like fish or bass like bass? Bass, guitars. Not bass fish. That's bass. I don't play bass guitar, I play bass guitar. Working payment in Indonesia is so bad while inflation is up. That's the world over, sir. That's the world over. It's hard at the moment. You subscribed, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the channel. Hope you find some video content you enjoy. Heading out to see a mate playing the beat club. Enjoy, Rich. See you Tuesday. Yes, indeed. Look forward to it. Should be a blast. If you don't know what we're talking about, we do a regular live chat here on Tuesday nights on Brooksy's Bass Corner, 8 p.m. UK time. All the upcoming live streams are listed already on the channel, so if you want YouTube to send you a reminder nearer the time, you can go in, press the notify on button, and it will tell you about 15 minutes before we go live. What do I think about Muslims? I have nothing to say. People's religion is up to them, nothing to do with me. Dawson, I saw the famous Rick Savage Def Leppard Union Jack bass from the 80s, possibly a Stingray. No, I can't remember, it's been a while. I think that's a Washburn. I think it's a Washburn. I'll have a look. I can't look on my phone at the moment because it'll take me out of the live chat, but I will check. Do I like pineapple and pizza? It depends what the pizza is. I'm vegetarian, so I don't eat meat, so ham and pineapple isn't a goer. But occasionally, depends what I'm having. Do I smoke reefer before shows? No, I don't smoke, never have. No one I've ever known who does drugs was a better performer or musician for taking them. And I've known many who did, and their performances were decidedly average, at best. So anyone that tells you need to do drugs before they can play, don't be in a band with them. You're asking for trouble. Keep getting lots of messages held for review. So what are you people saying? Right, no, you can go, mate. Joseph Grace didn't say hi. You sent me a rude message, mate. So you can either come on and talk bass and be a pleasant guy, or I'd rather you just dropped off. And if you don't, I'll just block you. Which is fine. You want to come on talk bass guitars? That's what we're doing. Favorite rock album? Cool. There's a lot there. There's many. There's a lot of albums I put in the Essential Bass album series when I did that here on the channel. I did 23 episodes, which basically took the columns I used to write for Bass Guitar magazine, and I turned them into a very small video series when this channel first started. There's a few rock albums on there. A big fan of Lean Into It by Mr. Big. Queen's my main band, so take your pick of Queen albums. Don't know. There's a lot of good rock albums. There's a lot of classics, and if whatever I pick, other people go, "How can you pick that?" It'll be something else. No. There's too many. Too many. I like lots of stuff, lots of different albums, lots of different artists. I play in lots of different bands. I do lots of different work, so I'm not tied to one thing. Judas Priest. Yeah, very good band. Never been my thing. That's not really my thing, but yeah, they're still going. Still going. Still out on tour, I think. Trying to think, could I pin favourite rock album? It's hard. There's so much. There's a good 60 years worth of great rock albums to pick from. How do you pick one? What do I think of the Arctic Monkeys' New Direction? I haven't listened, to be honest. They're not really my bag. I've played many Arctic Monkeys songs in covers bands, but they're not sort of one. They're not a band that's really on my radar. My band at the moment that I really love are Young Guns, Silver Fox, who I think are magnificent. CCTV in the house is crazy. What are you on about? What are you talking about? Why would you say that? What's CCTV? I don't know what you're talking about. I swear we just attract nutcases when I do this vertical impromptu live chat. If people just come in here and just blether. I don't, think before you talk. Don't just come out with a load of gibberish. Don't get it. Don't get it. Angel Jacobus, camera behind you. Yeah, well, we're in a hotel. So what? It's a hotel. It's not my house. I was trying to get some peace because the rest of the band are making a lot of noise. So I was either going to do this in the car, but then I've realised this was our holding room. So we've got all our flight cases and stuff here. Yeah, it's like a dumping room. And then I realised no one's in it, so I was going to use it. Excuse me. Heavy pollen today. Milan Raxmeni, hi from Hungary. Good to see you. Don't think we've seen you here on the channel before. If you're into bass guitars, bass gear, bass players, all that sort of thing, you found the right place. Come on in. We're a friendly bunch. Well, the regulars are. We do regular live chats every Tuesday night. Am I just... Oh, yeah, you've got to go. Sorry, mate. No, I'm not sorry. What am I on about? We'll remove that and we'll hide you. Dawson, what is a status bass and how would you compare it to Fender? Well, it absolutely tramples all over a Fender in every possible respect. So status basses are generally known for having graphite necks. The Status brand is still around. They're in semi-retirement. Been going since about 1982. Have done many, many different models over the years. Lots of big name players use their stuff. But like I say, they're generally known for instruments with graphite necks. They did do basses that were graphite bodies and graphite necks. They do basses that are all wood. The company is now in semi-retirement. So back in 2022, during their 40th anniversary, they announced they were going to semi-retirement and no longer working with graphite for health issues. Samuel Westall, you've subscribed. Thank you very much. Good to see you. Westfort has a King bass, of course. Oh, you're in London, Sam. Cool. Let's just get rid of this dick. Let's report you. And we will remove you from the channel as well. Because you're being a dick. Callum Brown, you talking to me or you talking to someone else? Anthony Clegg, good to see you. Nothing to see here. You just, just gave Young Gun Silver Fox a listen. They're fabulous. Seriously fabulous. If you like yacht rock, stuff from the 70s and 80s, all that Toto, Steely Dan, Earth, Wind and Fire, Chicago, Ambrosia, Christopher Cross, Michael McDonald, Doobie Brothers, all that sort of stuff. That's kind of what they hark back to. They're amazing. Yes, Dawson. So, status graphite basses. So there's a lot. I've got quite a few. Big fan of them. As you know, I use the Status Empathy quite a lot. It's a tonal battering ram. There's not one gig I've ever taken that bass to and it's got lost in a band mix. The EQ on it's fabulous. If you want to see more examples of how it sounds, there are reviews and demos here on the channel. There's also a series of videos here on the channel called The Bass String Experiment, where basically I took my Status Empathy, put set of rotor sound strings on it, and those strings stayed on until they died. And it was to see how many gigs we could do. With that bass, with that set of strings, we did 73. which isn't bad for a £25 set of strings. And there's loads of clips on there, footage of gigs and what have you. And that bass, oh, I mean, I bought it in 2002. It became my main bass around about 2007. It's done thousands of shows all around the world, and it's great. It doesn't hide in a band mix. It works really well. It's John Barr. What are you talking about? I don't know. Don't know what that refers to. And they're extremely reliable. You can take a graphite neck bass or certainly a Status anywhere you like. Well, how would I know who John Barr is? We're in the UK, mate. I've got no idea what you're talking about. I've taken that bass to sub-zero temperatures and 49 degrees in baking hot Middle East countries, and the neck didn't move at all. Nothing need readjusting. Action was perfect. So for me, if I'm traveling and there's money to cover the baggage cost and what have you, I'll take it. Quite a lot of times now, though, I don't take my nice basses abroad because I don't want them going walkabout in the airports. Suffolk Triumph 2000. Everyone rates Jacko, but I was brought up on Vadine White. Lovely. Pinot. Lovely. And these to me are more accessible. Your thoughts? Yes, Status bass is a monster. Cool. I love Jacko, I love Vadine, and I love Pinot. All of them. Legendary bass players. There's no best bass player. There never has been, never will be. Everyone plays differently. Everyone's unique. You can't tell me Jacko's better than James Jameson, or that James Jameson is better than Jacko. Two very different ends of the spectrum. You've got to throw McCartney in there. Entwistle. I mean, God, Geddy Lee. There's just a million great bass players out there. Enjoy them all. You're dead quick. You know, life is short. Enjoy them all. Ditto, how many times did you get... Oh, you, mate. You need to go. Sorry, you're going. You're gone at last. Victor Wooten's a great bass player, but he's not the best. There is no best. Do I know who Thundercat is? Yeah, should do. I've interviewed him. So, yeah. I wrote for Bass Guitar magazine for 16 years, and I wrote for Bass Player magazine for 4. 4, yeah. So, yeah, I know who Thundercat is. Met his brother as well when he was drumming for Stanley Clarke and Marcus Miller. So if you're looking at a Status bass, really, Dawson, you want to look second hand, because if you want the graphite neck thing, you can still buy some basses new, but they're made on a restricted sort of production line now. And well, they're not even made in production line, they're handmade. But if you want the graphite neck thing, you're going to have to buy second hand. And unfortunately, now that they're in semi-retirement, the prices have gone through the roof. But you don't know who I am, so you know Jack. Oh, God. Very good. You seem to just come on my live chat and just bombarded me with messages. Not interested. So, don't know why people do that. It must be great to go out for a drink with. I know exactly who suicidal tendencies were. I'm like the only person watching you. Well, you're not, because I've got 21 viewers at the moment. Cool, they're all coming out here, aren't they? Core Chronics. Look here, it's the Hills of Eyes. Right. He's gone. Core Chronics, what are you going to say next? Because what you say next will determine whether you're removed or you want to enter the conversation. Let's check that yeah, I'm seeing everything. It's cool. Yeah. So it's wind down time at the moment. Just sit and chill, and then about 9 o'clock we go and get the costumes on, and off we go. I look like Radar O'Reilly's. God, what is it with people just come on here and just being rude? Why did you bother coming on here? Have some of these tools got something missing? Yeah, I think so. Gordon Ramsay, Chinese copy. Oh dear, you can go too then. Bye. Hopefully YouTube will contact you and close your profile down. It's all right, you're gone. It's as simple as that. So if you're out gigging tonight, let's know where you're playing, who you're playing with. Does one earring meet? Oh, there we go. Another one bites the dust. There we go. It's great, can't even have a chat because you've got to remove these dickheads from being on your channel. So, yes, Dawson, if you want to talk status bases, keep firing the questions over. I'll help you as much as I can. I'm trying to think, how many have I got? Series 2000, 2 empathies, Streamline, T-base. Got a status neck from a Stingray. There's one more. There was one more, which was my Series 2000 Matrix, but that's gone. I think that's it. It's a 6. There's always room for more, of course. No, Matrix is. So I've got a regular Matrix from 1990, which has got the P and J, but I had a separate base that was commissioned as a private sale back in 1994, and I thought it was a Series 2 headed Series 2 with a graphite wrap. And actually, what it turned out to be, when Dawn at Status eventually told me, she looked at the records, she said it was a custom order Series 2000 Matrix. It didn't sound anything like this Series 2000 I've got. And I bought it because it was a bit banged up, and I wanted to take it on trips abroad instead of taking the empathy. And because it was a bit scuffed and a bit banged, it wasn't an issue if it ended up with more damage. And when we were in lockdown, I contemplated having it refinished, resprayed. I was going to have it done in white, obviously with a new gloss coat on the top. And 3 places I asked, Status, Bow Finishing, and Martin Sims, all quoted over £1,000 to refinish it. And I just thought, I'm not playing another £1,000 into it. So I sold it on when money got a bit tight during COVID. So the original Matrix I've still got. The Series 2000 Matrix been moved on. Dawson, how would you compare the shape of the status-based Defender? Well, it's quite radically different. It's a sharper angled instrument. They did a rounder version in about the mid-90s called the Eclipse and the Eclipse Artist. And then they took that shape into the stealth bases and then changed the stealth bases. But I like the classic Status body shape and contouring. Works good for me. But they're very different. A Fender is what it is, and those tones are what they are. Even if Status built a Fender copy, and they did do some jazz and precision copy things, if it's got a graphite neck, it's a world of difference. Far more lively, far more consistent, no dead notes. Action stays the same. You haven't got to fiddle about with the truss rod unless you have a graphite neck with a truss rod in it. But a status is a world apart from Gibsons and Fenders, really is. Different level. I've never played a Fender that got close to a status in any respect. Fenders are what they are, you know. Take them or leave them. That's what they are. And you can do things to them. You can modify them, put better pickups in, circuitry, what have you. But the status will. And it's funny. I've famous players who I've interviewed, friends who are bass players, and they've got their basses that they like and what have you. And I'll give them one of my statuses. Just try that. And they all go, "Oh my God. Oh my God." The punch is unbelievable. The tonal power is immense. That's why I use it on this. Although I don't use my empathy on every Uncle Funk show, but it's all good. It's all good. Westport, it made me remember when Mark King got his Fender Jazz. Well, the reason he did that was because the one-man album was recorded with Fenders and Music Man. So I don't know if he bought up some Fender stuff, but he was in talks with Dave Glover, who I think was something to do with the suite, but he'd gone to work as a rep at Fender, and they had been desperate to get Mark using a Fender bass for whatever reason, and clearly it was going to help sales. So they said, "Well, look, we're going to commission 42 unique basses, jazz, LEDs, blah 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 blah." And that's what happened. But Mark had already been using Fenders and Music Man for the one man album. And sorry, I've missed some of the chat there. Hold on. And that's what he did. And then obviously went out on tour and was using the Jazz Deluxe. And for whatever reason, I think it wasn't floating his boat. And I think there were problems with the frets and stuff. And Bernie Goodfellow was a good friend of Boone Gould, obviously been level 42 with Mark, and opened the gates, the lines of communication. And so Bernie made him a Daphne Blue Spitfire, classic as it was, but he needed a second bass. So in order to go out on tour, need to have a spare, and Bernie just made another bass for another customer, and he said, "Would you mind if Mark King used your bass for like a couple of weeks, couple of months, until I've made him his second bass?" And that was that. So the Fenders got ditched, never to be seen again. That's how that all panned out. Akira from Las Vegas, good to see you. Suffolk Triumph, do you go on Bass Chat? Yes, I do. Been on there since 2007. I used to be on Bass World that came before it. Haven't been on for ages, but it's changed a bit. Mark King is awesome. Very good. Rando, what kind of bass are you into? My private collection, I've got 43 basses. So take your pick. I'm not rattling them all off. There is a video here on the channel. There's 33 of them in that video, so go and check that out. You've gotten into drum and bass and jungle. Cool. Okay. Westfort. Oh, sorry. But he was not convinced about the Fenders. No, they didn't cut through. Even the Jazz Deluxe didn't cut through, and he needed something more punch, more power, and that's what the GB gave him. Do I play guitar? No, I don't. I'm a bass player. Westfort, yes, I love the Daphne Blue Spitfire. I think he's still got some jazz basses. Well, he bought a 70s jazz from Andy Baxter, and he did that quite a while ago, because when I interviewed Mark in 2017, he was talking about it. And I think he bought the jazz around the same time as he bought the Gibson EB3 that he used on the Jack Bruce concert. He used the jazz on quite a few of the tracks on Gizmodrome album. So yeah, and then also in his collection, he's got a 1996 special edition T-bass in seafoam green. Not sure he's got any others. That's probably it, actually, jazz bass wise. And obviously he doesn't have his GBs. So yeah. Any questions? bass related, not nonsense. If you post nonsense, you're off. I think he's still got one jazz signature. Yeah, he probably has. He's probably got number one, because that's going to be worth the most money if he ever liquidates his collection. The problem with them is some of them, the necks are a bit temperamental, and the finish smells like Play-Doh. They're weird, slightly weird basses. And I've known a few people that have had them and said, yeah, they're all right. And I know some people just said the neck is all over the place. And you don't really want that. Can I play any Jacko? I can't at the moment because I'm in a holding room and my basses are in a room over there and I can't get to my gear. But I don't tend to play Jacko stuff. I love listening to it, love watching him. It's not my... I mean, I listen to Weather Report all the time. Black Market by Weather Report is one album that I used to put on religiously when I was writing stuff for the Bass Mag. Gets you in a headspace to write. And if I was doing late night writing, when my email and phone isn't going mental, I'd put Black Market on and I can write. When that, I just put it on repeat. Where does Alembic fit into the picture? Well, Alembic is up there. That's like the top of the mountain stuff. So JD's were designed the round Alembics, like a cheaper alternative. But Alembic were the first active basses. They were the first people to develop all that stuff. And Dawson, look at the prices of Alembics. That tells you everything. They're idiosyncratic. They're not all the same. They all play differently, all sound differently. There can be quite weird things to play. I can look past the idiosyncrasies because I love the tone. But they're big, they're cumbersome, they're hefty. Although I say that, and the Persuader I've got is fabulous. So. Rob Steen, good to see you. So what bass would you just automatically buy if you saw one? Don't know. I'm very happy with my empathies. So the basses that come out the most for all the work I do at the moment, Red Empathy, my GBs, GB Rumours, two of those. On this gig, sometimes I use a Warwick Bootsy space bass, but that, as regular viewers here on the channel will know, that's awaiting some work in the workshop to get the thing to balance properly. But it was bought to do this Uncle Funk show, and it just causes me so many problems that until I get the problems fixed, I don't want to bring it on gigs. For the Queen stuff, it's precisions all the way. When I do ABBA, it's whichever bass I want. The Empathy sometimes, GB Rumour sometimes. Yeah. I pick from the collection depending on what the gig is and where I'm playing. You know, if it's in a pub, I'm not taking an Alembic to a pub, but I will bring it out on gigs like this. I'll bring it out on, if I'm doing a Butlins, big stage, big monitors, in-ears, Alembic, fabulous, you know. What would I automatically buy if I saw one? Well, provided I could afford it. Probably an Alembic or a Status, but again, I've kind of got to that point where I've got enough statuses that it would need to be something either very collectible or something that I'd seriously want in order to buy it. Catalyst, thank you for the response. Pleasure. That's what I'm here for. West Fort, yes, they are expensive just because there is fender on the headstock. Sadly, Karika Bester, what is this? It's a live chat talking about bass guitars, bass amps, bass effects, great bass players. If you want to join in, feel free. If you want to come on and be abusive, please don't. So yeah, that's kind of it. So I just pick. So every gig I do, I pick for that gig. So when I do a request show in centre of town, I've been using some of the basses that don't come out so regularly just to reacquaint myself with them. But when I do that request show, there's a 2x10 TC electronic combo, and it's not great. And thankfully, we're on in-ears for that, as I am tonight. So I kind of bypass what that amp does. But yeah, I pick and choose. That was the joy of having a nice big bass collection, is that I can pick and choose what I use when I want to, rather than being tied to one or two basses. And some people can do that, and you know, fair play. And I used to do it, where I just literally would use one bass for everything. But no, I've got a fairly sizable bass collection, so I pick and choose what I want to use based on the requirements, really. Same with pedals. For this gig, I'm kind of fixed, so I use I'm using the small board tonight. Got the bigger pedal train board for the festivals and stuff, but I don't tend to fiddle about with the pedals on the small board for this. It's fairly consistent. So it's Boss Tuner, BBE Sonic Stomp is now on there, Digitech Drop, EBS Octabass, Aguilar Filter Twin, Boss AW3 Dynamic Wah, Aguilar Tone Hammer preamp, and Source Audio Mercury Flanger, and that's kind of what I like. I need to put a bass fuzz back in it though. It's the one thing I've kind of taken out of the loop, and I need to put back in. So maybe in time for next week's festival and wedding shows, I'll put the fuzz back on there. We will see. We will see. So I'm going to get going shortly, because I'm going to have to get the old glad rags on for the show. Hopefully they'll be well up for it tonight. I hope so. Hope so. Had a very lively gig at the Robin 2 in Bilston last night, the Queen tribute. So hopefully tonight will be an equally fabulous gig. Okie dokes, questions have died off. I've gone into too much detail, clearly. But feel free to join us on the live chat on Tuesday night, 8 o'clock UK time. It will be live chat 116. We've done 115 already. So this will be 116. Should be a blast. Hoping to get a long form video up tomorrow. We'll see how my my jobs and editing go. Getting up early, get a good head start on the day. Right, I think we're kind of winding down. I've worn you all out. Not to worry, but thank you very much for all the questions. Much appreciated. Sorry for the idiots that came on and made it a bit unenjoyable, but there we go. Seems to be par for the course. But thank you for all the likes, all the subscribes. Very much appreciated. Please give the video a thumbs up. If you're watching, it helps to project the video within the algorithm. Right, I better go and get the costume on and go and perform a load of disco classics. So on that note, enjoy your evening, enjoy your Saturday, have a great weekend. I will catch you Tuesday, live chat, 8 o'clock, London town. And if you've got any questions, just send them on social media, or you can send them here via the YouTube channel. I will catch you soon. Take it easy. Have a great weekend.